So today we shall see some of the programs how we can execute by using the online C compilers or online C editors. So I have opened the browser. So in browser you type just online C compiler, online C compiler, then enter, then enter. So these are all online C compilers. This is online C compiler, online editor. This is online C compiler. So here I am using this website, programiz.com, C programming / online compiler. So I am opening this online C compiler. Online C compiler. This is the program. This is the program. So here it is int main. So every program should start with an int main function. Int main. This is called as main function. Int main. So here I will delete. These are not required. These are not required for our program. These are not required. Now, here I had used one statement, printf hello world. Printf hello world. Everybody able to see this line, printf hello world?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Here there is a button.
Yes, sir.
This is full screen. Enter full screen. So here there is a button, run. Run. So when I press run, here right hand side you will see the output. What is the output? Message. What is the message here we have written? Hello world. Hello world. Now here I can add many statements. Printf /n welcome to FCS subject. Welcome to FCS subject. So every statement should end with a semicolon. Every statement, this is printf statements, end with a semicolon. This is printf statement, end with a semicolon. Here I had used /n. /n indicates that after hello world, the welcome to FCS subject should come to the next line. So when I run this program, here you can see the output, hello world. Here it has left one space because here I have left one space. So after one space, welcome to FCF subject. If you leave more spaces, like for example, I had left more spaces, then again run. So here you can see more spaces. Here you can see more spaces. Now, if I don't write this /n, /n indicates that next line. If I don't write the /n, what will be the output? The output will be in single line. Hello world, welcome to FCF subject. Welcome to FCS subject. Clear everybody?
Sir,
Clear?
for every printf, we should do another line, sir.
If you want to see the output line by line, then you can use /n. If you want to see in a single line, then no need to use /n. It is your wish. It is
Okay, sir.
depending on the user. Now, for example, if I had used /n here 5 times, /n. After 5 lines, you are going to see the output. So it is your wish how you want to see the output onto the output screen. Whether you want to see in a single line, whether you want to see one by line, one after another, whether you want to see after some spaces. That is your wish. Only thing is output should be clear. Clear everybody up to this?
So what is this int main and return?
That I will explain later. That is the structure. That is the structure we need to follow. Int main, open brace and close braces. This will be default for any C programming. So here we need to type the code. These 2 lines are the code we have written. Now I will delete these 2 lines. I will delete 2 lines. So this is the minimum requirement for writing any C program. Int main, open brace, close brace, return 0. This is # include stdio.h. This # include stdio.h is called a standard input output header file. We are writing printf. Printf function is present in stdio.h. That we will be seeing in detail when I explain the header files. Now shall we write another program? Till now cleared anybody? Anybody having any doubts?
No doubts.
Okay.
No,
You
sir.
leave about int main return 0, open braces and close braces. Here we need to type the code. This is for every program we require this structure. For every program int main. Whenever we run the program, it will start from the main program, main function. The execution start from the main function. Now I will write simple statement. Print f C programming. C programming. Now every statement should end with a semicolon. So this is a single line I have printed. Now run the program. So the output will be C programming. The output will be C programming. Now what is the algorithm we have started with? We have started with addition of two numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
Addition of two numbers. So I have written A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3, C is equal to A plus B. C is equal to A plus B. Here I need to print the value. How we print the value? By using the printf statement. C is equal to percentage %d, comma C. Now this A is of integer type, B is of integer type, C is of integer type. C is equal to A plus B. I am adding two numbers. The value will be stored in C. Now to see the value of C, I need to use the printf statement. Otherwise, I cannot see the output onto the monitor. This is printf. Printf C is equal to percentage %d. Since C is of integer data type, I need to use percentage %d, comma C. Every statement should end with a semicolon, like int A, comma B, comma C ended with semicolon. Now A is equal to 5 ended with semicolon. B is equal to 3 ended with semicolon. C is equal to A plus B ended with semicolon. Printf C is equal to percentage %d C. This is ended with semicolon. Every statement should end with a semicolon. Cleared up to here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I will run the program.
Yes, sir.
What is the program? What is the output we are expecting?
8.
8. So I am printing the value of C. So when I run the program, the output will be C is equal to 8. I am printing value of A. So if you want to see all the values, say that A is equal to A. Printf. B is equal to percentage %d B. Printf. I want to see all the values onto the output screen. C is equal to percentage %d, comma C. Every statement should end with a semicolon. Earlier program only, but here I am printing A value as well as B value. See here I have not used /n. If I don't use /n, then all the values are printed in a single line. Now I will run the program. So output is A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3, C is equal to 8. We shall see how the output will be in a single line. Then later I will use /n. So now I will run the program. So now, are you able to see A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3, C is equal to 8? Everybody able to see the compiler output?
Yes, sir.
Now, when we see this output, it is not looking that much good. Means it is difficult to understand for other persons. Like we can read A is equal to 5B, but that is not correct, right? So that's why sometimes we need to use /n to see the output clearly, so that other persons who is seeing the output can easily understand. Now you can see the output clearly. A is equal to 5,
Yes, sir.
B is equal to 3, C is equal to 8. Now instead of using three printf statements, you can print all the printfs in a single line. A is equal to B is equal to percentage D, E is equal to percentage D, C is equal to percentage D, A comma B comma C, A comma B comma C. A is equal to, so A value is printed at this percentage D place. This B value is printed at this percentage D place. C value is printed at this percentage D place. Why we are using percentage D? Percentage D is used because it is of integer data type. For integer data type, we have seen we have to use the type specifier as percentage D. Percentage D. Now I will run the program. Now A is equal to 5, it leaves some space. Again B is equal to 3, it leaves some space. C is equal to 8. This is the output we are expected. So run the program. Now everybody able to see? This is okay. Now we can easily understand A is equal to 5, B is, because there is a space is there. There is a space is there. Now you want to see the output line by line. You want to see the output line by line by using a single printf. Here also you can use /n. Now A is equal to percentage D is printed, then next line, then B is equal to percentage D value is printed, then next line, then D is equal to C is equal to is printed. Now see the output. A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3, C is equal to 8. This is our wish. You can use /n or no need to use /n. You can use just spaces. Only thing is everybody should be able to understand what is the output of this program. If I don't leave space, then this kind of output is not, our program is executed, but the person who is seeing the output may not easily understand A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3, or sometimes he may interpret as A is equal to 5B. That is wrong. So whenever we are printing, so we have to use like formatted way, like neatly it has to be displayed so that other students or other person who is seeing our program can easily understand. Clear when we need to use /n or whether we need to use space. So don't print in a single line without any spaces. That will not look neat, the output. Clear? Now
Yes.
addition is over. Now just I will replace plus with minus sign. Plus with minus sign. So what is the output? 5 minus 3?
2.
2. So run the program. Now C is equal to 2. A is 5, B is equal to 3, C is equal to 2. Clear? Now I will replace this C minus by star. 5 into 3.
15.
5 into 3 is 15. 5 into 3 is 15. Replace the star by slash. Replace the star by slash. What is 5 by 3?
1.6.
1.6. Since we are taking only integer, the fractional part is not displayed because we are not considering the real numbers. If we are considering the real number, then the data type should be float. So that's why it will print only 1, not 1 point. Now I will run the program. Everybody able to see the output? C is equal to 1.
Yes, sir.
1. Now if you want to see 1.6, then what I will do is I will change the data type to float. Float means real numbers. Real numbers. Now when I use float, the data type is percentage F. Here I need to change percentage F. Percentage F. If you want to see 1.6 something, now run the program. So now everybody able to see it is displaying the fractional part also 5.000, 3.000, 1.666667. So here this fractional part is displayed up to 6 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up to 6 digits, the fractional parts are displayed by using the float value. By using the float data type. Float data type. So somebody, when I explaining some algorithms, one student has asked that Why sir, a by b is 1.6, but you are taking only 1? Because this is of integer type data type, means it will take only one integer part. It will not take that fractional part. If you want to take the fractional part, then you have to use the float data type. Depending on the logic for which problem we want to solve, then we have to decide whether we have to take integer value or float value. If our logic, like for example, sum of digits of a number, sum of individual digits of a number, there we have to consider integer only. If we take float, then we cannot get that sum of digits itself. So depending on the program logic, we need to take the data types. Now I will coming back to integer only. Integer. When I take integer, you need to change the data type specifier also. Type specifier is %d for integer. Now run the program. Cleared everybody? If you want to fractional part, then you have to use for float. But for time being, I'm explaining only with integers. Clear? Everybody
Sir, I
unmute
have
and
a
speak.
doubt.
Clear?
Hello, sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, tell me.
After b is equals to %d, you used space and slash n, no, sir.
Yes.
It means in third line we should have both space. We should have space, no, sir. It's
No,
starting.
after D, there is some space. After B is equal to 3, there is some space. Then next line, then C is printed. Now, what you are saying is, if I leave space after slash n, then C will be printed afterwards.
Okay,
Clear
sir.
now?
Understood.
Now,
Yes, sir.
here, if I leave space after B, then we are not seeing that space here. There are some spaces here. After 3, there are some spaces. Like for example, after 3, I'll print like minus. Now you can see that minus. Space you cannot see on the screen. Got
Okay,
everybody?
sir. Understood.
Now here after slash n, if I put dot, then dot is displayed onto the output screen. But space it is not visible. Shall I move to another program?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
slash is there. What is the last operator in arithmetic operators? %d. Percentage. What is percentage symbol? Percentage symbol is used for reminder. Reminder purpose. Modulus operator. Modulus operator is the reminder. Now a is equal to 5, b is equal to 3. So 5 modulus 3. What is the reminder? What is the reminder? 2. Yes, correct. Now I'll run the program. Now you can see C is equal to 2. C is equal to 2. So here dot on the output screen is not looking good. Dash is not looking good. So that's why what I will do is I will delete these things. Then I will run the program. Now it is neat. The previous program is also correct. This program is also correct, but the output should be neat. If any other person is looking your code and running the output, he should easily understand. That is the intention. Not only writing the correct program, write the correct program with a neat presentation also. That is important. Not only getting the output. Now, this is arithmetic operators. What are the arithmetic operators? Plus, minus, star, slash, and model. Reminder. This is the first operator. Arithmetic operators. Clear everybody? Arithmetic operators.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the second type of operators we have discussed?
Logical operators.
So shall I change in this program only? I will change in this program only. So now logical operators. What is first logical operator? Logical AND. So logical AND is ampersand 2 times. A ampersand ampersand. Now A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3, C is equal to A ampersand ampersand B. Now 5, what is 5? 5 means true. What is 3? 3 means true. True and true means what is the result?
1.
1. Yes,
1.
correct. Yes, correct. Now you can see, run the program and see the output. C is equal to 1. C is equal to 1. Now I will change the B value to 0. I will change the B value to 0. 0. Now 5 means true. 0 means false. True and false.
False.
What is the result?
False.
False.
Zero.
False means value?
0, sir.
0.
0. Yes, correct. So false means value 0. So 0. So in class I explained that any value other than 0 is true. 0 value is called as false. The computer, the compiler, the C program will give either 0 or 1. If it is true, the value is 1. If it is false, the value is 0. Cleared up to this? Cleared?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you can work with the different values. If you change this 0 to 10, now true and true. True and true is true. True means 1. C is equal to 1 is displayed onto the output screen. Output screen. Now second logical operator is logical OR. Logical OR. Now A is true, B is true. True or true is true. True means C is equal to 1. C is equal to 1. Now I change this B value to 0. True or false? True or false? What is the C value?
1.
Answer.
1.
Yes,
One.
1. True or false means true only. True means value is 1. Value is 1. Now I will change the A value also. A value is 0. False or false? What is the C value?
False.
0.
False. False means 0. Now you can see the
False.
output here. I will run the program. You can see the C is equal to value will be 0. Value will be 0. So this is all about logical OR. Logical OR. Logical OR. Now, what is the third operator? Logical NOT. Logical NOT. Now in this one day, I will take A and B variables. C is not required. B is equal to not A. Not A. So A is 0. 0 means false. Not false means true. True means value is 1. Now what will the value of B?
Zero.
True.
True means 1. So I am printing A and B values. You can see the output screen. Here B is deleted. I will write the B variable. B variable. Now run the program. So B is equal to not
Sir, you
false.
did not declare.
No, here I have declared. Now you can see the output. Are you seeing the output or not?
Yes,
Now I
sir.
have changed the declaration.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Now A is equal to 0. B is equal to not false. Not false means true. True value is 1. B is equal to 1. B is equal to 1. Now I will change this one as true value. A is equal to 10. A is equal to 10. 10 means true. Not true means false. False means
0.
B will be 0. B will be 0. Now I will run the program. Now B is equal to 0. Everybody able to see the output on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In this, anybody having any doubt? Logical operators, logical AND, logical OR, logical NOT.
No, sir.
No doubt, sir.
What is the next type of operator we have discussed?
Bitwise.
Relational operators.
Relational operators. So relational operators. Now I will take one more variable C. One more variable C. Now I will change this one 5. 5. Now C is equal to A greater than B. C is equal to A greater than B. So A is 10, B is 5. 10 greater than 5, true or false?
True. 1.
Yes.
True.
So now here I will print C value also. C is equal to percentage D. Here comma C. Comma C. Now I will run the program. Now you can see the output. So here this is not looking good. For weaving, it is not good, but output is correct. But I don't want to see this kind of output. So what I will do is I will insert /n here, /n. I want to weave the output also properly so that it is easier to understand. That's why I will use /n. Now A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5. 10 greater than 5, true. True means value is 1. Value is 1. Now I will change the operator. Less than. A less than B. 10 less than 5?
False. 0.
False. False means value is 0.
0.
Now you see the output. See, value changes to 0. 0. So greater than, less than. Now, greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. So 10 greater than or equal to. Is it true or false?
True.
True. So run the program. C value will change to 1. Now, less than or equal to. Less than. 10 is less than 5? No. 10 is equal to 5? No. So false or false? False.
0.
False means 0. So less than or equal to. Now, equal. Are they same? Whether 10 is equal to 5?
No. 0, sir.
No. No means 0. So output is 0. Now, 10 not equal to 5.
True.
10 is not equal to 5. True. True means value is 1. Yes. The output is 1. So this is about relational operators. Greater than, lesser than, greater than or equal to, lesser than or equal to, double equal to, not equal to. These 6 operators are called as relational operators. In these relational operators, anybody having any doubts?
No.
No doubt, sir.
No, sir.
Now, what is the next type of operators we have discussed?
Assignment operator.
Assignment operator.
operator.
Now for assignments, only 2 variable is required. Now I delete the C value. Only one is enough. Only one is enough. A plus equal. Okay. A plus equal 5. A plus equal 5. Printf -n. A value is equal to %d, comma A. I am printing here in detail. This is information. This is type specifier. The information is optional. Now, what is the initial value of A? A is 10. A plus equal 5. So A plus equal 5 is expanded as A is equal to A plus 5. So what is the new value of A?
15.
15.
So you can see the output onto the output that. So A plus equal 5. Now you can see that A is equal to A value is 15. A value is 15. So plus equal is one operator. Plus equal is one operator. Plus equal is the short notation for A is equal to A plus 5. A is equal to A plus 5. So here I have written the value as A value is, or you can print that A is equal to. That is your wish. Only thing is, whatever the output we are seeing, that should be easily understood by other person also. That is the intention of writing the program. Cleared what is plus equal? Now I will change to minus equal. So A minus equal 5. That means A is equal to A minus 5. Here B is not required. I will delete B also. A minus equal 5. 10 A is equal to 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. So the output will be 5. A is equal to 5. A is equal to 5. Now, minus I will replace with star. Now, A into equal 5. This is the short notation for A is equal to A into 5. A value is 10. 10 into 5 is 50. That value is stored in A. Now, run the program. Now, A has changed to 50. A has changed to 50. Now, next, slash equal. Slash equal. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. This is the short notation for arithmetic operators. A modulus equal 5. What is the remainder? What is the remainder?
0.
Yes, 0. A is equal to 0. So this is the short notation for A is equal to A modulus 5. A mod is 5. This is all about assignment operators. In these assignment operators, anybody having any doubt?
Sir, if we want, we can write like this also, no, sir. B is equals to 5, A is equals to percentage equal to B, like that.
You can write. You
Yes.
can write. You can write like this also. B is equal to 5. A is equal to A modulus B. Then also you will get the output as 0. Now slash, I will do this replace with star. Now A is equal to A into B. A into B is A value is 50. You want to print B value means you can use in the same line you can use, or you can use printf dash n B is equal to percentage D comma B. B value will not change because B is the right side. So A is equal to 50, B is equal to 5. Any
Yes, sir.
doubts in this?
No, sir.
What is the next type of operator?
Increment operator.
Increment operator. Now A is equal to B plus plus. A is equal to B plus plus. B plus plus. So B plus plus is postfix or prefix increment?
Postfix.
Postfix. So postfix means first you have to do assignment. A is equal to B. So A is equal to B. What is the value of A? A will be 5. Now increase the value of B by 1. B is equal to B plus 1. B is equal to 5 plus 1. B will become 6. So the output of this program is A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6. Because what the postfix increment definition is, first assign the value, then increase the value of B by 1. That is the definition for postfix increment. Now I will run the program. Now you can see onto the output screen that A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 6. A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 6. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will do this one as prefix. Plus B. Now what is the prefix definition? First increase the value of variable by 1. Then do assignment. That is the definition for prefix increment. Now B is equal to 5. Now B value should be increased by 1.
Daddy.
B value should be increased by 1. So what will be the new value of B? B value is 6. That value 6 is assigned to A. Then the output will be clear to everybody?
Yes.
Run the program.
Yes, sir.
Now expected output is 6, 6. 6, 6. Now we shall take some bigger expression. I'll take one more variable c. One more variable c. Now I will assign a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 5. Now I will do that c is equal to a plus 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 b plus plus a plus 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 b plus plus. Now I will print all the values onto the output screen. Slash and c is equal to %, comma c is equal to %. Now a is 10, b is 5.
Daddy.
The expression is c is equal to a plus 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 b plus plus. Now, can anybody tell what is the value of a, what is the value of b, what is the value of c onto the output screen?
A plus
A is equal to
A is equals to 11.
C
equals to 15, A equals to 11, B equals
B
to
is
6.
equal.
yes, correct. So here, since it
C
is a
equal to
postfix
7.
expression, so it will take the current value of a. Current value of a is 10. It will take the current value of b. Current value of b is 5. 10 plus 5 will be 15. So c is equal to 15. Now after assignment, increase the value of a by 1, increase the value of b by 1. So a will become 11, b will become 6 and c will become 15. So this is the output of the program. Why it is one space? Because here I had left one space. If you don't want to leave one space, delete that space and run the program. So a is 11, b is equal to 6 and c is equal to 15. Now I will change this increment to decrement prefix. I will change postfix to prefix. Now, can anybody tell what is the output of A, B and C onto the output screen after running the program?
C equals to 13.
A is equal to
9.
B is equal to
4.
4.
4.
4. Okay. Now, so this is prefix increment. Decrease the value first. So 10 minus 1. So A will become 9. 5 minus 1. A will become 4. 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13. So C value is 13. Before that A will become 9. B will become 4. So run the program. So 9, 4 and 13. 9, 4 and 13. If you want to see before values also, you can print A value, B value before also. Like here I am printing A is equal to %D, B is equal to %D, comma A, comma B, A, comma B. Now I will run the program. So instead of 2 lines, run the program. Now you can see that initial values of A is 10 and B is initial values. A is 10 and B is 5 and B is 5. Now after this C is equal to A minus minus, now you can clearly observe that A is decremented by 1, B is decremented by 1 and the new value of C is 13 and the new value of C is 13. This is prefix decrement. This is prefix decrement. Now one more problem. A plus 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 B minus minus. Can anybody tell what is the output now? One time I had used prefix, another time I had used postfix. One I have used increment, another I had used decrement.
A11.
A11, correct. B?
4, sir.
B4, correct.
B4. C14.
C14.
C14. So here the recent value of A, is 10. Here after decrement is 4. So 10 plus 4 is 14. So C is equal to 14. A will be 11 and B is equal to 4. So C is 14, A will be 11, B is equal to 4. So these are the initial values. Initial values. It is our wish. You can write initial values, or you can write starting values, or no need to write this message also. This message. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5. These are after values. A is increment operator 11, B is decrement operator 4. So here, this is first is A value is 10, and here it will become 4 because this is prefix. 10 plus 4 is 14. 10 plus 4 is 14. Cleared everybody, increment and decrement operators?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I will use another statement. B is equal to plus plus C. Now can anybody tell what are the final values of A, B, C? I will delete this statement. This I don't want to print the initial values. Now I had used two statements. C is equal to A plus 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 minus minus B. Then again I had used B is equal to plus plus C. Now I want the values of A, B, C onto the output screen. What is the output? Can anybody tell? Here I had used two statements.
A equals to 11,
A is equal to 11.
B equals to 15,
B is
15.
equal to 15.
C equals to 14. C
Yes.
equals to 15.
Yes, correct. Correct. Here see that A will become plus 1. So initial value of A is 10. Here
11.
B decrement by 1. 10 plus 4. 10 plus 4 is 14.
14.
14. 14. But here again I am incrementing C value plus plus 1.
15.
So 14 will become to 15. 15. That this is prefix increment. So here I am assigning the 15 to B. So B value will also change it to 15. So here A will become 11, B will become 15, and C will become 15. See the output screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here you should not take B value as 4. B value as 4 because here the updated new value of B is plus plus C. So earlier C is 4 at this line. Now plus plus C means 15. That 15 value is updated onto the B variable. B value is changed to 15 now. Here you can see the output as B is equal to 15. Now, if you are getting confusion, then I will write this one above so that you can clearly understand. It's printf. After print this one, I'll print these values A, B, C. Then I use B is equal to C. Now, what I will do is, for your understanding, I will write a line. Now I will run the program. Now, in this case, A is 11, B is 4, C is equal to 14. First printf. Here semicolon is missing. Now run the program. Cleared everybody? In this line, A is 11, B is 4, and C is 14. In this line. Now afterwards, what I am doing is I am changing the value of B now. So B will change from 4 to 15, and C will change from 14 to 15 because plus plus increment. Plus plus 1. 14 plus 1 is 15. Cleared everybody? Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So here B is equal to plus plus C. Here B value is changed. B value is updated to the new value of C. Plus plus C. Plus plus C will become 15. That 15 is assigned to B. 15 is assigned to C, B. Now here I will change this A plus B. Now I'll print this one. Now, so instead of printing line by line, what I will do is, in a single line, I will print P is equal to percentage D and C is equal to percentage D. A comma B comma C. Instead of making this one as look many lines, so I will make that one look in a shorter program. The program is same. Program is same. Instead of lengthy, what I will do is I'll make this one as short, looking short. Now everybody seeing the program? This is first statement. I am printing ABC value. This is second statement. I am printing ABC value. This is third statement. I am printing ABC value. Now run the program. The first line is A is equal to 11, B is equal to 4, C is equal to 14. C is equal to 14. This line understood, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now second line, B is equal to plus plus C. Plus plus C. Now what is the C value here? C value is 14. 14 plus 1. 14 plus 1 is 15 because prefix increment. Now you can see that C value has become 15. Now you are assigning that C value to B. Now B will become 15. B will become 15. So A I have not used here. So what is the earlier value of A? That is displayed onto the output screen. So A will be 11 only. A will be 11 only. Now this statement, A is equal to A plus B. A is equal to A plus B. So here I am changing the value of A. So what is A? A is 11. What is B? B is 15. 11 plus 15, 26. So A value is changed to 26. Here I am not changing B and C value. So B value will be 15 and C value will be 15. These values are not changing. What are the earlier values are there? That will be displayed onto the output screen. Clear, everybody in this? Having any doubt? Increment and decrement operators?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Shall I continue the class or you are having any other works? Shall I continue the class or you are having any other works? It's your wish. If you want me to continue, I can continue with the another type of operators. If you want me to stop here, I'll stop here. I'll continue the programming in the next class.
Okay, sir.
Next class.
Next class. So
Stop,
once
sir.
again I will
Stop.
revise. Once again I will revise. Wait for few seconds. So what I will do is I will delete entire thing. So this is the structure of C program. I'll close this editor. I'll close this editor. See the screen. What I have done first here, I have opened the browser. What I have typed online C compiler. Online C compiler. Press enter. Enter. So there are many C compilers are there. What I had showed in you is this program iz.com. So in this I have opened this one, online C compiler program iz. I opened this one. This is the structure I got. Initially this is the structure I got. What I will do is I will delete whatever is there in this. So this is the minimum requirement for writing the C program. For writing any C program, this is the minimum requirement. Int main open flower brace return 0, close flower brace. Why we need to write this one? This is the structure of C program. From main function only the execution starts. Now we need to type the code here inside this one. What I will do is printf hello world. Every statement should end with a semicolon. Run the program. You will see the output here, hello world. If you want to see the world after 2 lines, so what you will do is you use slash n 2 times. So run hello, 1 line, 2 line, then world. So whatever the code you want to write, you write in this place, inside here. So int A comma B, A comma B. Now wait for 5 minutes, only 5 minutes. Printf /n, enter A value, scanf, percentage D, comma, address of A. Printf, enter B value. Scanf, comma, address of B. C is equal to A plus B. Printf /n addition is equal to percentage D. C. Only 2 minutes. Now, here I have taken two variables. Here I have not written A is equal to B or B is equal to 5, A is equal to 5 like that. Here I have not assigned any values. So scanf means whenever we run the program, we need to give the values. I will run the program, see the output, enter A value. This message is displayed onto the output screen. Are you seeing this output? Enter A value, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the input statement. Scanf is input statement. So unless we enter the value here for A, it will not run the below statements. Because this is the standard input statement scanf. Input output statement. We have discussed input output statement. Now what I will do is I will assign here 5. I will enter the value 5 here. Everybody seeing the 5 value here onto the output screen.
Yes, sir.
A will be assigned to 5 now. Now enter. After entering, now it will execute this statement. B is equal to so A is equal to 5. I am entering. Enter. Now B is equal to, everybody seeing this message, B is equal to. Now enter B value. So unless you enter this B value, it will not execute the below statement. So what I will do is I will enter the value 10 now. 10. Now A value will be 5, B value will be 10, then C value will be 15. Everybody seeing the addition is equal to 15?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what I have done earlier is, here only I have done A is equal to 5, B is equal to 10, or A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3. I have done C is equal to A plus B. That is called as initialization. This is, we are entering the value. We are entering the value when we are running the program. Suppose say that I want to enter the value for A as 66 and B as 3. Now I will see the output for 63 and 66 and 3 as 69. But when I return A is equal to 66, B is no need to change every time inside the program. When you are running the program, you are entering the values. You are entering the values. That is by using the scanf statement. Scanf statement. So whatever the code you are writing, you have to write only in this line, in this area. So this is by default int main open brace return 0 close. This is by default. Here only we need to write the program. So whatever the programs we have discussed, just to practice onto the online compiler. Everybody know how to use the online compiler. Once again I will show. I will close the editor, open this one, browser, press online C compiler. Online C compiler, COMPILER. Online C compiler. You just go. Later I will show how to use other editors also. For first time being, you just go program IZ, click here, open this one. Open this one. So here you can see this one, write C code. Write C code. You delete all the statements, then write whatever the programs you have discussed today, write this one, just to press run. You will see the output onto the output screen. This is the output screen. This is the program screen. So today I will close here. So tomorrow we shall continue with other programming concepts. So in this, anybody having any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So I expect you people just to practice online C editor only. Online C editor. Open that online C editor. Practice whatever the programs we have discussed so that we can implementation in the next class. Clear, everybody?